So, if Charlie Munger was alive today, this is exactly what he would be doing, studying great businesses to extract their timeless wisdom. And a few business captured Charlie and Warren's heart quite like the sea's Candies, a company they frequently called one of their all-time favorite investments and perfect case study in business excellence. Founded in 1921 by Charles C., his mother Mary, and his wife Florence, C's Candies has grown from a single candy shop in LA into an iconic American confectionery brand with over 240 stores across the United States. When Berkshire Hathaway acquired C's in 1972 for $25 million, it marked the beginning of one of the most remarkable business success stories in Buffett's portfolio. Despite its modest size, C's achievements are extraordinary. The company has generated over $2 billion in profits for Berkshire on that initial $25 million investment. Even more impressively, it has accomplished this without requiring significant additional capital investment. The hallmark of a true business miracle, C's maintains a fanatical customer loyalty, commanding premium prices while maintaining margins that most businesses can only dream of. What makes C's truly remarkable is its ability to create a moat around seemingly simple product. Through unwavering quality, consistency, and customer experience, C's has built an unassailable brand that continues to thrive despite minimal changes to its core offering over a century in business. The company's seasonal sales patterns create extraordinary cash flow dynamics, allowing it to operate with negative working capital, a feature that Munger and Buffett particularly admired. So, in this podcast, you're going to learn the top 10 business lessons from C's Candies that Munger and Buffett discovered and applied across their business empire. These principles, from pricing power to operational efficiency, can be immediately implemented in your own business ventures to create immense success. You'll have the tools and strategies from the greatest cash cow businesses of all time, C's Candies, and it's going to allow you to transform your understanding of what truly makes an exceptional business and how to build one for yourself. So let's start off with the first strategy, and the first strategy is called the halo effect. C's Candies transform a family story into a century-long brand differentiator by prominently featuring Mary C's image on every box, maintaining her original recipes. This strategic use of heritage creates an authentic connection that competitors cannot replicate. When Charles C. started his candy company in 1921, he made a pivotal decision to place his mother's image on every box of the chocolate, creating an immediate personal connection with customers. The company continues to use many of Mary C's homemade recipes, the very same ones that delighted customers over 100 years ago. At C's Candies, our heritage lies at heart of everything we do today. So, that strategic leveraging of authenticity, family history has created a powerful brand narrative that spans generation, establishing what business analysts might call a heritage competitive advantage. By maintaining this connection to their founder, C's has differentiated itself in a crowded market while building customer loyalty through consistent brand storytelling. And that is the power of branding. What do you want your brand to be associated with? And in this situation, it is the authentic family history. It is the connection with the mother's image. It is the 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 recipe that has been created by Mary. So, when you're building your empire, what brand do you want your business to be associated? And what story do you want it to be associated with? It's because story sells. Next, profitable perfectionism. While many competitors chase cost-cutting measures, See's successfully implemented a quality without compromise approach that allows for premium pricing while maintaining customer loyalty. So, raising prices through quality obsession. See's Candy demonstrated an unusual ability to raise prices from 50 cents a pound during 1929's stock market crash to $12 per pound by 2002 without losing customers. This pricing power stems directly from the company's unwavering commitment to product quality. As stated in their corporate philosophy, okay, we regard product quality as sacred. This commitment extends to their willingness to absorb cost fluctuations in raw materials. One of these days, we will get nasty surprise in the opposite direction. So, in effect, the raw material costs are largely beyond our control since we will, as a matter of course, buy the finest ingredients that we can, regardless of the changes in their price. This perfectionism creates a virtuous cycle of quality justifies higher prices, which fund better ingredients, further strengthening the brand's reputation. It's all about the quality, it's all about the product, and it's all about the, how you can make your customers happy and satisfied. So there was a situation where there was a restaurant and the prices of the ingredients were increasing. So the restaurant owner had two choices. He can either one increase the price and maintain the same quality, or the second option is decrease the quality but maintain the price. And the business owner went to the route of decreasing the quality of the product. When he did that, he lost market share. People weren't happy with the product anymore. And with that, the customers went to move on to a different restaurants and they never came back. So it is very important that you maintain a high level quality to the point where you're obsessed with the quality, making sure that your customers are always happy, making sure that your product and service is going to give them the best outcome. And that is very, very helpful when it comes to creating a product, service, and put yourself in the customer's shoe. Would you want to buy? That's a good litmus test. If you were in your customer's shoes, are you going to buy that product or service? All right, so number 3, omni-channel before it was cool. So See's pioneered a multi-channel distribution strategy long before omni-channel. So omni-channel is what people talk about today, being in multi-channels, but See's was ahead of their time. They were doing the omni-channel. They implemented the omni-channel before it became a retail buzzword. So creating a seamless brand experience across diverse shopping environments. While maintaining its traditional retail stores, See's methodically expanded through online sales and mail order catalogs, allowing it to reach customers far beyond its brick and mortar locations. The company further extended its reach by operating in airports, and this allowed them to create multiple streams while maintaining control over the customer experience. The distribution architecture was essential to the company's business model, which includes total control of the distribution process. By carefully orchestrating expansion across these channels, See's maintained the quality control while achieving growth without diluting brand value or customer experience. So how can you apply omni-channel in your business, in your venture, in your holdco? If you're an investor, how can you apply that to your portfolio, or are they applying it to the portfolio of the companies that you own? These are one of the metrics. These are one of the ingredients that makes up a successful company. Next, the customer happiness metric. See's Candies rejected traditional financial metrics as a primary measure of success, instead evaluating business performance through customer satisfaction. Customers take care of the business. So you got to make sure that they're happy. So under the CEO Chuck Huggins' leadership, C's established a management philosophy where success was measured primarily through customer satisfaction rather than short-term financial metrics. It's all about the long term, and it's all about customer satisfaction. As Warren Buffett noted, Chuck rightfully measures his success by the satisfaction of our customers, and his attitude permeates the organization. This customer centric approach created a culture where employees prioritize customer happiness above all else. This philosophy manifests in everyday interactions, as demonstrated in San Francisco store, and where employees like Karen provide exceptional personalized service, freely offering samples recommendations tailored to each customer's preference. By prioritizing the customer satisfaction driven management, C's created an organization where every decision serves the ultimate goal, which is customer delight. So if you look at Amazon, if you look at organizations that are great, they always, this is one of the metrics that they use, which is the level of happiness of the customer. And Amazon, they always, every time they get every time they get customer, they would get money from the customer, but they would reinvest that back to the customer, and it was just a cycle. And Costco did the same thing also. Now, like C's Candies, Viome understands the true success comes from prioritizing what matters most to customers, genuine results and personalized care, where C's rejects cookie cutter business metrics to focus on customer delight. Viome rejects one size fits all health advice to deliver deeply personalized solutions. Both recognize that true satisfaction comes from treating each person as uniquely valuable, just as C's employees, like Karen, carefully match chocolates to individuals' tastes. Viome's technology matches your nutritional recommendations to your unique biological fingerprint. This philosophy of personalization isn't just good service, it's transformative. C's built chocolate empire by putting happiness first, and Viome is revolutionizing health by putting your unique body's biology first. Imagine if your wellness journey had the same careful attention to your individual needs that C's gives it to the chocolate lovers. That's the Viome promise. Because your health deserves nothing less than personal touch that made C's a beloved institution for generations. And if you're interested in an AI analysis, and I only recommend products that I truly love and use, at the bottom in the description, there's a link there. Check it out, and I would like to hear your experience with it. All right, next business lesson. 5 cents retail theater. C stores deliberately engage multiple senses, creating an immersive experience that builds emotional connections and cannot be replicated by online competitors. It's called we call it the sensory shopping experience. All right, so C's retail locations are meticulously designed to create multi-sensory experience that begins before customers even enter the store. As soon as you walk near the door, you can already smell the chocolate in the air. So this creates an immediate sensory connection, and this sensory engagement extends to taste through the strategic offerings of free samples, creating an experience that online competitors cannot match. This in-store experience has been crucial to C's strong retail presence, over 200 stores across the United States, demonstrating how sensory retail environments can drive customer loyalty in the digital age. And in the LVMH, Bernard Arnault does this also, and Sam Walton. They meticulously designed the stores so it's going to have a unique customer experience. And you can apply this brick and mortar, you can apply it online through a funnel. And if you put the process and understand the process of the customer's journey, and you're meticulous about it, you understand each phase, you are intentional about what you want them to feel, how you want them to feel, the words that you say, the layout, the design. These are the things that can create a moat around your business. These are the things that's going to make your business stand out. This is a unique selling proposition. And like I said, Walmart, Sam Walton was very meticulous about this. And Bernard Arnault goes to different stores, different Louis Vuittons, different stores, and he carefully assesses. And if there's something that he doesn't like, he would rearrange it. He would make the changes to make sure it fits in with the brand. It fits in with providing the customer, providing a good customer experience. All right. Next strategy is called Zero Capital Growth Machine. So C's demonstrated the ability to achieve substantial growth without requiring significant capital investment, creating extraordinary returns that made Warren Buffett's model investment. And one of C's remarkable qualities from an investment perspective is its ability to grow without any additional influx of capital. This capital-light growth model creates exceptional returns on investment, making it what Buffett describes as the perfect business. The company achieved this through strategic expansion that maintained traditional while embracing growth, focusing on high-margin products and efficient operation. The shop's efficiency is evident in its ability to maintain quality while expanding over 200 locations, demonstrating how well-executed capital-light model can create sustainable competitive advantage and investor returns far exceeding industry norms. So the key takeaway here is that high-margin products and efficient operations. Okay, make sure you are mindful and intentional about your operations and the products that you have. And this resulted in sustainable competitive advantage and amazing investor returns for Charlie and Warren. Next, checkboard branding. The black and white checkboard design inspired by Mary C's kitchen floor became a signature visual element across all C's stores, creating instant brand recognition. So, what began as a personal connection to Mary C's home became an iconic brand element that lasted for a century. The black and white checkered kitchen floor inspired Charles so much that he recreated it in his first LA candy shop. What he didn't know was the iconic look would become synonymous with his family name. This visual consistency continues today. And by maintaining this consistent visual identity for decades, C's created a distinctive retail environment that customers instantly recognizes and associate with quality chocolate, demonstrating the power of visual consistency in building brand equity. So when you're building brand equity, you want to make sure everything is consistent. The colors, the image, the words, the patterns, and in this case, it is the checkboard design. When you look at Apple, first thing you're going to think about is the Apple logo. When you see the checkboard design, people associate that with C's Candies. When people see the swoosh, they associate that with Nike. So when you're building your empire, okay, or when you're in your business, make sure that you focus on consistency of building your brand equity. Next, the traditional innovation tightrope. C's carefully manages the tension between heritage and innovation, maintaining beloved tradition products while strategically introducing new items without alienating loyal customers. While many companies struggle to innovate without losing their core identity, C's Candies has managed to introduce new products without alienating its core customers base. The company achieves this delicate balance by engaging customers through feedback on new confections while still using many Mary C's homemade recipes, the very same ones that delighted customers 100 years ago. This approach allows C's to maintain its heritage while continually refreshing its offerings, creating a business that honors tradition while remaining relevant to generations of customers. The success of this approach is evident in the company's longevity and continued growth, demonstrating how careful innovation can enhance rather than dilute brand heritage. And the important lesson here is introducing new products without alienating its customer base, because that's who they want to focus on, is the core customer base. And how do they do this? It's simple: feedback. So whenever there's a new product, there's going to be feedback, and customer feedback is important data, because now you'll be able to use that to make the right decision. You'll be able to use that to make the right process. If the customer is not happy with a certain ingredient, a certain presentation, a certain style, then you can now reiterate the product to make sure that it serves the core customers. So this is very, very excellent information. All right, next lesson: service excellence at scale. Despite relying on thousands of seasonal workers, C's maintain consistently exceptional service through rigorous training and a culture where service quality is as much part of the brand as the product itself. C's faced the significant challenge of maintaining service quality while hiring about 2,000 seasonal workers, but the company has created a system where cheerful, helpful personnel are as much a trademark of C's as is in the logo on the box. This service excellence is evident in the individual interactions, such as when a South San Francisco store offered personalized recommendation for chocolate selections and accommodated to allergy concerns with immediate solutions. By creating replicable service model that can be maintained even with a largely seasonal workforce, C's demonstrates how service consistency can become competitive advantages, particularly in retail environments where personal interactions remain crucial to customer experience. All right, next one: trust economy. Charlie Munger describes C's approach as creating seamless web of deserved trust between the company, suppliers, and the customers, building business relationships on mutual trust rather than transactional thinking. And this is how you want to approach your business: building a trust-based business ecosystem. How do you do that? Well, C's operates on a foundation of trust with all stakeholders. Charlie Munger explained, if you are in business where you feel the customer deserves trust, if you're trusted by the suppliers who are good, who are trusted because they deserve trust, and you behave the same way toward your own customer, then you are a little part of a civilization that is a seamless web of deserved trust. Okay? Understand that. This philosophy manifests in practical policies like freely offering samples and accommodating customer requests. So when visiting the South San Francisco store, employees quickly addressed allergy concerns, offered alternatives, and provided flexible options for customization. Okay, this trust-based approach creates customer loyalty that transcends transactional relationships, building a sustainable competitive advantage through authentic connection. Happy customers once again. And this is the blueprint. These are the strategies that C's Candies used and applied in their business to build their empire. And now you have access to these. You have access to that blueprint. This is also one of the reasons why Charlie and Warren likes this business a lot. They made a good investment, $25 million, and it has returned billions of dollars of dividends. Now, if you like this, then you're going to also like Coca-Cola. All right, I dissected their 10 business strategies. Click somewhere on the screen and you will be directed to that. And if you enjoy this, make sure you subscribe, like, share on X, share on your social media, and stay tuned. Hit the bell also. Hit the bell so you'll be notified when my next video drops. With that being said, go out there, be great, do amazing things, and keep going.